Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. Hey, stuff and drink stuff, then, folks. I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I had a disappointing lobster roll and some disappointing root beer. I need some classic Chicago-style fucking food, God damn it. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, folks? What happens to be my Heartsick shirt. Which, if you're unfamiliar with the band Heartsick, it's probably somewhat okay. Though it's unfortunate because they're a really cool band. I ran into them a few years ago. They were part of a touring band group that was going on at the time. I forget. I want to say it was with A Killer's Confession, but I could be wrong on that. It's been a little while. But I loved their set, man. Like, they just blew me away. In general, like, that was just a really good show. But I thought their set was really cool. You know, after they went over there and finished up, I went over there and chatted with them for a bit. They were all extremely cool guys. And, yeah, man, it was just one of those things where, like, you know, I started looking into their music, and I started, you know, kind of, you know, just getting into their stuff more and more, and I just thought they were really great. Sadly, I haven't been able to time it out where I've been able to see them again, but I really hope that I get to soon. At the time I'm doing this, though, I do still have some videos of their performance on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction, because, again, really awesome band. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Disappointing lobster roll and root beer, eh? Yeah, so I just went over there. I did a review for a lobster roll from the Cousins Maine Lobster Roll Company. They're, you know, kind of famous on the Shark Tank thing. Obviously, that was a big thing for them. And turns out that they had a food truck that was making its way, you know, kind of around my area. I decided to go over there and get one of their lobster rolls. You can watch the whole review if you're interested in my full take, but, you know, I was a little bit disappointed. And then I got some root beer from the same place, from Maine Root, and, again, watch the whole review if you want. But it was a little bit, you know, and I was left feeling not only kind of disappointed, but also still hungry. So I went over there, and as I was making my way back home, I passed by a place that I haven't been to in a little bit, but boy, oh boy, was I going to get into. And what was that place, folks? It happens to be, boom, Johnny B's, for breakfast and lunch. They're a cool little sort of, you know, kind of like American, Chicago-ish, Illinois style, you know, kind of eatery. Originally they went by a different name. They were run by this nice old Polish couple for many, many years. Me and my dad used to go there. But eventually they retired. We ended up with Johnny B's. They went over there and bought them up. And I was like, man, let's get in on this. But what did I get from them? Well, it happens to be, boom, it's a big-ass burger. Specifically, this is their, this is their Jumbo Johnny Burger, which consists of an extra patty, house sauce, pickles, grilled onions, American cheese on a butter bun. And I got it as a combo. For the combo, which includes fries and a drink, it cost me $13.95. The lobster roll cost me $24 just for the lobster roll. So, what with this being a burger and it being a local establishment, that means it's going to end up on two of my playlists. One is my Burgers for Day playlist, which is a playlist for just burger reviews. The other one is my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois spots. But let's go ahead, let's open this up, and let's take a look at it. I don't know that I've ever had one of their burgers. Usually, I'll get their gyros sometimes their beef. Okay. Alright. It's not bad looking, not bad looking. There we go. And let's get a thing for the thing here. Kind of do it like this. Let's give it a go, man. I need this to be amazing. That just makes me happy. Folks, you know, burgers are one of those things, like, they're just so beautiful in their simplicity. Like, you can do all kinds of stuff with them, you can fancy them up. But man, at the end of the day, just a simple double cheeseburger with some American cheese. Ah, that is fantastic. Meat is nice and tender. Very, no puppers. Neighbor's dog. But no, like, that's just super tasty. Like, it hits perfectly the way I needed this to hit. Because again, like, lobster roll was good, root beer was fine, it did what it needed to do, I guess. But like, man, at the end of it, I was just like, man, I just kind of wanted more out of my experience. This is what I needed. That is beefy. That is cheesy. It is filling. It is decadent. It is exactly what you want out of a goddamn burger. I like the addition of the grilled onions. I'm not typically a big onion guy, but I've become a convert to grilled onions. I like that addition. In fact, I feel like they could have maybe done a little bit more with those. I feel like a little extra on that. But they're there. They're adding in that nice oniony kick. Nice little caramelization. Even the pickles. Like, I don't like pickles very much as a general rule, but I don't hate pickles. I just like them when they're used appropriately. And on something like this where you have a big beefy burger and, it's not fucking up the flavor, it's just giving you a nice burst of extra flavor. That is just a really good, honest burger. I could have gotten 2 of these burgers and had a little left over if we're not counting the combo. But just for the burger itself, I could have got 2 of these plus a little change left over for what it costs for just the one goddamn lobster roll. I mean, it goes to show, folks, at the end of the day, paying extra, sometimes it pays out, other times you just want a fucking burger. Damn it, that's a good burger. Cooked perfectly, simple ingredients. A little extra tanginess from the house sauce. There's nothing I dislike about that. And a lot of things that I like. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I have to go with yes and yes. I mean, here's the thing. Is it the best burger I've ever had? No. Could I go over there and get a similar burger to it at, any number of locations in my immediate area? I'm being honest. But here's the thing. That's just a good fucking burger. And as much as, like, I love, like, artisan-style burgers and fancy burgers and all that stuff, at the end of the day, there is so much to be said for just that classic American-style burger that's just, again, it's beefy and cheesy and ooey and gooey. And then, just a few little extras, just to give it a little extra personality. That's just a good burger, And it's honest, and it's a quintessential burger experience, And just, not to keep harping on Cousins, because, again, it wasn't a bad experience, but, like, this is a genuinely 100 times more rewarding than the lobster roll that I had earlier. This is the business. This is the business. I'm calling it the business. If you know what that means, you watch my channel. When I call something the business, that means that basically I think it's just pretty much a perfect item. It's just, and it's like, look, again, I'm not going to say that I haven't had better burgers than this. I'm not going to say I haven't had better classic style American burgers than this. But damn it, right here, right now, in the wake of a $24 lobster roll, there is absolutely nothing I dislike about it. It's just beautiful in its simplicity. It's exactly what I needed. And at the end of the day, it's just a tasty-ass burger. And if I'm recommending it, of course I'm recommending it. And to their credit, too, Johnny B's, I don't think I've ever had anything from there that I've disliked. I appreciate their just kind of simple sit-down style, again, sort of American, Illinois, Chicago style fare. They do a really good job with it, and I think that they're a really nice spot, I wouldn't say that they're the best at anything that they do, but I will say that what they do well. And again, maybe I'm giving it a few extra points because I'm still annoyed about the damn lobster roll, but that's a good burger. And if you just want a simple, really nice burger with fries and a drink for $15, there you go. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly classic burger-tastic rest of your life. Because again, sometimes a classic burger is just the best. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I just want to quickly emphasize here that as much as I've had a little bit of a run on Cousin's Maine Lobster, again, I'm not trying to shit on them or anything like that. You know, I understand, obviously, the price point on lobster versus burger is a huge difference, you know. I get that. And, you know, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just continuously dunking on him. It's one of those things where it's like, it's a little bit in my craw at the moment, you know, because it's like, man, $24? But still a nice lunch for what it was and all that good stuff. And this, for me, although I think it's superior lunch, you know, it depends on who you are, what you're looking for, and, you know, sometimes you want a lobster roll, sometimes you just want a burger. Bye.